Hey, mixtapers. We are so fortunate that we can hang out with one of our dear friends and one of our favorite streamers tonight, our good friend VicTorey. How are we doing tonight, bud?
I'm doing wonderful. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, doing great. Enjoying this big crossover event, be able to go and celebrate some of our favorite streamers and our online friends. So thanks for hanging out tonight.
I love this idea, man. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Well, thanks so much. I absolutely had a blast streaming earlier with you, playing Rocket League, playing some of our favorite PlayStation games.
My Rumble mode is crazy, dude. I when they added rank to it, it just got so sweaty, but it's still so much fun.
I know I'm riding the line of platinum and diamond, platinum and diamond. I would love to be able to at least once hit champion. That's my goal this season.
You'll
Gotta
do it. I think you will.
I'm we got like 2 weeks left of the season, so I'm really trying.
It's a
I
grind.
think a couple of good sessions with getting like the weekly bonus will push me up. So that's what I'm trying for.
Heck yeah.
So besides that, like as I was saying, you're one of my favorite streams to watch here on Twitch. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit of what you do on your show?
All right. So you can all call me Tori. That's fine. Go by VicTorey for stream. Smokes Let's Go for music. A lot of different names. So I started streaming probably about January of 2017. It's the winter time. I'm watching a lot of YouTube. Not much to do in the main winters around here. So you're online a lot. And I was like, oh, these guys are streaming, playing video games. I want to try doing that. I started with a game called Trove. It's a voxel type game like Minecraft, but you can build and do a whole bunch of different stuff like dungeon crawling and fighting and stuff like that. Um, Really fun game. And from there, I was on YouTube for maybe 6 months. And then I was like, oh, what's this app called Twitch? I found Twitch one day on my smart TV, I think. I started watching streamers like Tim the Tatman and Dr. Lupo. And I was like, okay, I want to try to do that too. So I built up, went to Twitch probably beginning of 2018. And then from there, just like grinded, would stream 3 4 times a week at least for hours on end, just pushing and trying to do everything I could to get myself out there. Started with games like Fortnite and Overwatch and stuff like that from PlayStation, and then soon got a computer after that when we moved into our new place and went from there.
That's awesome. Just taking something that you're passionate about and be able to build on it. And honestly, I mean, we all grew up sitting there playing video games with our friends in our living rooms, our bedrooms, our friend's house, and things like that. It's always been so engrossing to me. I don't need to be playing in order to be enjoying it and having it be entertaining to me. And that's one thing that I really like about being on Twitch is all the different bits of variety. So you've been doing this now for a couple years. What has the road been like thus far?
A lot of ups and downs. A lot of thinking you're doing something right, and then all of a sudden you don't really see any return. And then a lot of pivoting, just like figuring out where to find your audience. I've been really lucky in the past year or so with Call of Duty Warzone. It's been really inviting to me. Through my org that I'm part of, Rogue Nation 2, which we'll get into at some point. They helped me get into tournaments with that. With the big guys, I've been in tournaments versus Dr. Disrespect and the Tapman. All those big guys, TP, Huskers, were all in the tournament. Kicked our ass, of course, but like played against them and I had a blast. And just being able to do that has definitely helped me in the last year to grow.
Now, how would a gamer go from just casual playing to getting on a team like that?
So you don't even have to really be like a pro at a certain game. If you like the content that you make with the game, you can be funny, entertaining, just there for people and having a chat with people. And you can be a content creator for Rogue Nation. Actually, there's a sign up that I can give you a link for that people could have for this later if you want. Um, I found them through a Twitter post, no, through Dr. Lupo's stream. Dr. Lupo was on the Fortnite team for Rogue, and I was a big fan of the team that Rogue had for Fortnite and for Apex Legends as well. And they started a community team, Rogue Nation, that you could like sign up to be in. The requirements were like 3 concurrent viewers, kind of like the same requirements for affiliate, nothing major. They just wanted to get some entertaining people in there and build a community. And it stemmed into a lot, like hundreds of applicants and team members. At one point they implemented a stream team captain system, and I was one of the 7 captains for a while, with a team of like 12 each. At that point we had cut down to just over 100, I believe, or something like that. And it's been a great home, amazing people that I game with every day still that I've met through that community. It's just been a really inviting place to be.
That's awesome to hear, and that's, like I said, one of my favorite things about Twitch is that's the community, because you're just directly interacting with fans and then soon becoming good acquaintances to great friends over time. And that's that camaraderie that you find through gaming. I've made, and it's a weird thing to say, like, I'm over 30, and making new friends is not always easy as an adult.
No.
But some of the people that I've met most recently have been gamers, other streamers. I have people that I've met that on the other side of the country or in a different country entirely, that we're now fast friends. We check in on each other, every multiple times a week. We're sending each other gifts for the holidays, and we're sending cards when their kids are born and things like that. And it's an amazing the camaraderie and friendships that I've gained through Twitch. And that's awesome to hear, that it's not just me, that there's an amazing community out there for people to be able to connect with. So that's awesome to hear. Now,
and that's become extremely important with times like right now too, because your whole life is at home. You're not really going out anywhere. So to be able to be with a group of friends online all the time is huge. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt this.
No, you're fine. No, you're fine. You're right. And it's great for mental headspace, just maintaining positivity. That is something to look forward to. With so many things that are just stripped away from all around us right now, to have any semblance of normalcy is huge. And honestly, what's more normal and relaxed than sitting down with some of your buddies and playing video games after a long day?
Been doing it for longer than I can even remember.
Exactly. It's one of the first things that we learned as kids with our age group. I remember sitting there with my brother and sister playing, the regular Nintendo, sitting there going over, taking turns on who can get further in Super Mario Brothers 3, or who could beat DuckTales, which nobody fucking can. If you can beat fucking moon level, kudos to you, because man, I tried playing DuckTales again as an adult, and it just whips my ass. Kids don't know how fucking lucky they have it. We had 3 lives back in the day, and we were happy with it.
And that was it. And you couldn't save. You left that console on if you got to a long level and had to get somewhere.
It's true, because there was only a few games with the battery pack, with the little watch battery, like The Legend of Zelda. So that was like one of the ones you could actually save, or Final Fantasy, like very the few Nintendo games that actually had a save function.
But you go to play Star Wars or something, I'm pretty sure that was it. You might have got a code when you got further in that you could put in or something for some games, but that was, you start it and you're gonna beat the game in one run.
Which is wild to think, and we would do it. We would do it. I'd sit there and try to push through. Oh man. But I love retro gaming. It's one of my favorite things. And I know that's something that we both have in common. Is it something that you were actually doing on your YouTube channel there for a little while?
Yeah, it's actually what I started YouTube with primarily, was a show called Thrift Store Finds, I believe. It's been a while since I've done it. We could actually find out here. Yeah, with a show called Thrift Store Finds, and eventually that evolved into the Game Punks, which is what I would like the show to be. Again, with the pandemic and everything, it's put a big halt to doing anything like that. You're not really going out and looking for people's old stuff. In fact, that's the exact opposite of what you want to really be doing right now. You don't want to be at someone's garage sale rummaging through unclean
their personal things.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
No, but as a as somebody who's always hunting for, retro games and comic books, yard sales are one of the best places because a lot of people they don't know what they have because it's belongs to their kid or something like that, and they're getting rid of it.
They've grown up and moved out and they left it behind. They're like, I want it out of my house at this point. And a lot of the times you go to the garage sale, you even have to ask. They don't even have them out. Like, you got any old Nintendo games, Sega games, anything like that, and they have to go in. In the garage we got a small box or something like that, and I don't know, what, $2 a piece or something like that. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Little, you got Final Fantasy like in the card with the sleeve and the book. And you're like, fucking
score.
Yeah, I was like, I'm out of here as fast as possible. I think one of my best finds was finding what would be the template for tabletop RPG gaming. It was the predecessor of Dungeons and Dragons. It was Towns and Cities, and it was a tabletop world building book before D&D had come out. And it was a whole stack of them, first editions. And I was like, oh my God, as a DM and an avid Dungeons and Dragons player, it was a monumental find. I was so blown away.
And all complete and everything.
Oh yeah, just like all these old books, and then finding like a first edition like D&D manual book, and I was like, oh, this is beautiful.
That's
beautiful.
Gold.
And like little notes written in there from whoever was the DM back in the day and stuff like that. And it's worn, but it's got character.
Right. It's cool to see what they were doing back then. I think my best find was probably, I can't remember the exact title for it, but it's a Legend of Zelda game for the Philips CDI, which was a disc-based system that came out probably mid to late 90s that did not sell at all. It was overpriced, kind of like a home entertainment device machine thing that also played games, but there's like one or two good games on it. And of course, one of the good games is Zelda, Legend of Zelda. It was on a CD rack at a Christian charity shop. Got it for like $2. Whole stack of the other games for it too, for like $20 total. And I got home and find out how much that was worth. It was like for $150 or something like that going on eBay. So I haven't got a chance to play it because you cannot find this console anywhere. That's the problem.
That's the issue.
Someday I'll find one and I'll play it.
And then you'll let us know how it is.
Exactly.
So we're gonna take a look at one of your episodes of the Game Punks. So Let's check that out.
Today, we're on a mission. We have to find the best scored and the worst scored video games possible for $15 US. First, we're going to Goodwill.
That's my PlayStation!
They got like single discs in here.
Oh shit. They come in a collector's pack.
Of scratch discs.
Sure, I assume. Hey, I got you an MLB game. I know you love the show.
How come they're selling
just for you, my guy,
4 packs of Madden for $10, but they're only like $2 a piece off?
I don't know, man.
You get accessories down here?
Yeah, get yourself a old PS camera.
360 hard drive? Oh, here we go. How much is this?
Ooh, classic.
Yeah, I got a million of them and it's $10.
I'll do you one better. How about an old Genesis controller?
Little $5 Wii U case.
Nerf gimmick.
Ooh, that's actually fine right there. Yeah.
What is it?
Multi-tap for PS2 for $5.
Cool.
Only one of us got a game for the challenge, so we're gonna head to a local store called Bull Moose and see what they've got. So we get to Bull Moose and we realize this is where we should have come in the first place. Wall-to-wall video games. Xbox, PS1, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Game Boy, DS, everything you could think of. Yeah, sure, most of the old retro titles, NES, stuff like that, it's picked through, but we'll take it. So Steve found this game on the PlayStation 1 that he thinks he remembers having as a kid. It's called Cubics, Robots for Everyone, Racing Robots.
I'm a floating head. Blah.
Kinda? Cubics? Kinda do.
$5 bag game. You're welcome.
There you go. Save $1 with extra points. $10 good game.
Everything I searched in 360 has come up just like 90 cents more than where I need it. Oh, wait, good game is 10.
Good game is 10. You have 15 total, essentially.
Good game 10. Right there.
Yeah. Total, so
I mean,
if you're so confident you're good that you can spend less on it to spend more on the bad to win that one.
I honestly do not think 24 would be worse than iCarly. I feel like iCarly is such a shoe-in. I don't have to think about it.
Probably.
So I want to spend the extra. So that gives me $1 extra to go. So I could go 11 on my good game. But I mean, how do you beat this?
You might not. You get points for spending under too.
I feel like I'm set, but just
We'll
in case.
do 5 points lost for $1 over and 5 points gained for $1 under.
I'm into
Yeah.
it. Okay. So just in case.
Games.
That's a hard one not to go with. That's probably a pretty good score.
But just in case, even if Borderlands is a couple dollars,
Pulling out Halo 3 makes me really double think Road Rash is my best game. I might have to look for a better best game and get this just for myself, for my
I
collection.
think you should. There's plenty of options.
That game was good, but I don't think it's a good scoring game, that's for sure. I bought that game on the shelf of a Rite Aid. It was so weird that it was even there.
I guess it just never really sold well, but I liked it when it was brand new too.
I remember this being a really good game. You remember this?
Yeah, that game was awesome. I played that a lot.
Backup contender for worst game. Are you ready?
Handheld.
Mary-Kate and Ashley Pocket Planner.
Oh my god.
$2.
You might win for that.
I just don't know what's worse.
There's a lot of shovelware on Wii.
And I get the $3 advantage. Ooh. For a good game? That's way exceeding your $5 for bad game.
I figured we could like combo however you want, as long as you don't go over 15, but...
Okay. I've got some solid choices for good and bad.
You do. I'm worried about you.
You should be. I came here to win, baby.
Came here to win.
Phoning a friend.
Okay, girlfriend. Phone of the girlfriend. Okay, we are doing a contest where we are given a $15 allowance to pick out a great game and a awful game. I'm very confident in my good game choices. Okay, I've got Halo 3 and Borderlands 2. Chances are they're very highly acclaimed. However, my bad choices, I need you to pick. I have, for the original Wii, iCarly. And I think that was my first grab for worst game. However, I did just find a Game Boy Color Mary-Kate and Ashley Pocket Planner.
There's the Mary-Kate and Ashley GameCube game, not GameCube, Game Boy.
Okay.
For the Game Boy Advance. I think it's called Sweet 16.
Yep.
Mary-Kate and Ashley have to learn to drive.
You've told me.
It's so fun.
It's so fun. No, we're looking for bad.
Well, maybe that's for you. What's the Pocket Planner one?
That's a great question. All I've seen is just the cartridge.
I think my sister
I'm
had
going to
it.
be honest, just from what I know, the
This was a good game, wasn't it?
Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure that is a good game.
Cool, these are my choices.
There you go. That's an obscure choice. I like it.
All right, well, we've done enough shopping for the day. It's time to get back home, check these Metacritic scores, and see who won this.
That was awesome. Oh man, it looks like
I appreciate that.
all of you are having a ton of fun in there.
It was a great time, like just going and checking out old games that we had from our childhood, and just the camaraderie of just like buds, like the nostalgia coming on. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug, you know.
You know, that's man, I can't wait for us to be able to do things like that again. And I really hope you continue forward with more episodes of the Game Punks, because it's that fun, that adventure of just going and just trying to hunt in your community to see what you can find, you know, for those little treasures that we all love so much.
Well, what's the Game Punks without Punky, right? This needs to happen.
Ooh, I like how you did that. Yeah, I'd be honored. I'd be honored. Now, obviously, a man of many talents, multifaceted. You got a lot of things going on, and that's not all that you're doing on your stream either. Tell us about some of the other things that you've done as well.
Every once in a while, I'll get home from work, and I'm also a musician, DJ, and I'll be like, I want to play a bass house set or a dubstep set or something. Just have a drink and party with people and dance, and so I've been doing that a little more. it's more fun on the production side, getting some visuals going and chroma keying in and stuff like that. And you can really just do some fun little trippy effects and all that. And I'm right now in the middle of building my new stream room so that I can really bring that to fruition and just snap on and do it whenever, instead of having to set up a bunch of different things in my living room where I'm at now with my stream setup. So I really want to build a stream room that is multi-purpose. It's going to have my PC setup, my DJ setup, drums, bass, guitar ready to jam, and then also my retro gaming setup is going to have where I have my old tube TV and all my old retro game consoles. Just at the flip of a switch, I can stream those whenever I want. So.
That's awesome. And you've you've done a little bit of some cosplay stuff as well, right?
Yeah, I did one for Fortnite because, you know, it was a huge game that helped build my stream at first, and I wanted some content for YouTube. So on my live stream, I crafted, you know, did a little painting, sewing, making little props, stuff like that, and then put the video up. And if you want, you can show a picture of that here or whatever. And it was a lot of fun. A lot of new people that I met on Twitch because they're part of the crafting scene came in, gave some tips. It's just a whole nother community to dive into, basically. Extremely welcoming. No one was like poking fun at you. They were all like, oh, that looks awesome, you know, keep going and all that stuff. And it was great. It was really fun to do. I want to do more going forward for sure at some point.
I was gonna say, because that the one you did for Fortnite was awesome, and I'd love to see some other different options that you come up with, especially one cosplayer to another. So I always love seeing what other people are doing.
I appreciate that. I love your cosplays too, so I would love to see you do the same thing for sure.
Well, I've got some good secret winter projects coming up for the spring. We're hoping that, you know, we're able to do Bangor Con in April of next year. It's so weird being without the convention circuit since it's such a big part of my life, but I don't know. I know it'll be there when things open up again, when it's safe there in the future.
Yep, all in due time, and we're just all hoping that time is sooner rather than later, I suppose.
And speaking of the future, always curious, what do you got planned for yourself for the stream in the next few months?
So along with that stream room, I really want to embrace the variety, and I felt as if I was getting stagnant. I love playing Warzone, but it's not eventful every day that you play it. You have to get a win with unconventional loadouts and stuff like that to be able to make some content from it. So as much as I'd like to always stream gameplay, chilling with friends, I think I'd rather change it up, have different days where I have a DJ set one set night of the week, or I'll play a retro game one set night of the week, and then I'll still be playing Warzone and other stuff on the regular on there. I just want to branch out and be more strict with my schedule on doing some variety.
Now you had mentioned the DJ sets, and that's actually how we had met at a festival, and then we ended up playing shows together, and then becoming, you know, brothers over the years, and one of my favorite human beings. But a big thing that you also just released a new track, which is incredibly exciting as well.
I did. It's with my buddy Chino. His name is Bailey, or Bayfield on YouTube if you want to check him out. Amazing content creator that I know. It happens to actually work for Mr. Beast, and great guy, really knows what he's doing while he's at it. He's extremely talented, building a huge name for himself on his own, like doing great. Love watching his live streams and stuff as well if you want to check that out. And his music is phenomenal. It's like different styles, vibes of hip hop and rap, and he's got his own sound to him. I really think he's going to go somewhere with it, you know. And I was honored to be able to remix for his remix album his song Nobu, a bass house style version of it, and I had a lot of fun doing that. I think as far as production goes, you can really hear my growth in it from over the years, and I'm extremely excited for that to be out there.
That's awesome.
He's become a great friend of mine. Also has a love for video games, so we bonded over that, and just he's an awesome dude.
From VicTorey to Smokes Let's Go, avid musician, gamer, overall fantastic guy. I want to thank you for coming to hang out, doing this little crossover Friendsgiving special. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you for having me, buddy. I've loved being here and hanging out with you, and playing Rocket League today and stuff was a blast. And you know, I hope we can jam some soon and everything like that.